Oh shit! I gotta get my phone. Damn it! Keep people entertained. I just press stream.
Oh hey. Let's see here. John has left me. Let me get on here, see if anyone's joining me. Don't see any. Oh, here we go. Shrim's here. Wolfie's here. Tina's here. What's going on? Man. What's new on this Taco Tuesday? Oh, man. I don't know where John went. He went to go get his phone, he said. Something with the having his phone as internet backup. So, hang tight. I think we have a real story for you guys tonight, too.
Sorry.
Here he is.
Sorry. I forgot my phone, like, right when I pressed stream. Which is like the backup in case this thing goes.
Sorry, Wolfie. I should have... Poor choice of words. John left me. Whoops. Don't worry. He's here.
She think I left you?
She got a little worried.
If anything, it'd be the other way around. Wouldn't it? Alright, what's up?
Well, maybe.
Hold on, I'm starting to... I gotta put the backup thing on.
Shrim said, John left you? He could never survive without you. I do agree.
I can survive? What?
Okay, you got mad at me today because...
Don't say what, because people are going to think I'm...
No. This is what they need to know.
Well, Stram needs to know this when she gets married, so she don't make the same mistakes.
Well, it was, 1 o'clock, and John was in a very cranky mood because he was hungry and he hadn't eaten today yet.
It was 1 o'clock.
Uh-huh. And you realized the problem with that statement is, like, if you're hungry, eat something.
I know, right?
If you're hungry, eat something. Do not wait for me to be available to then make you
I don't
lunch.
know how to cook. You know that.
You don't need to. You can grab a bar. You can grab a yogurt. That's why I try to keep the house with snacks now so that I don't... You know how to heat up a Jimmy Dean sandwich. Are you muting me?
No, I'm turning it down. I'm turning you down. Turning it down.
Oh, you're turning me down, huh?
I'm turning it down.
There you go.
Well, did you?
Trim says, not even a joke. Nicole gives him life and she can take it away.
Did you at least learn from your mistake?
Did you learn from your mistake? If you're hungry, eat something. Do not wait for me.
Why are you doing this? What did I do today?
Because you were so crabby. And you don't need to, like, if I'm in meetings, I can't make you something. So you got to take me up on the offer when I first give it to you. Or you're on your own.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Is there any men in here?
Nope, you've got no backup support. Can you turn it up just a little bit? I can't really hear. Okay, that's probably fine.
All right, what's up? I'm logging on the live chat. What's up, everyone? Yeah, you can see what I go through.
You poor thing.
You know.
You poor thing.
All right. What is man, this is I wanted to do this on Saturday, but I don't think I could have
No, it was hard to follow that story.
Yeah, plus I was like toast.
Yeah, that was emotionally draining.
Okay, I'm on. Wolfie, Shram, Tina. What's up, Tina? I am still serious about sending these bobbleheads. I was going to do that this week. So,
Wolfie called the alien. What?
I'll send it to her, the alien. Oh, You really want that crappy alien?
Yes, she
Look
does.
At it. All right, I'll.
Because it deserves to go to a better home.
A better home.
Yes.
I'm gonna send you the alien. Just remember that the alien is, like from a '70s show, not that '70s show, but like a '70s show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, Wolfie. He needs to give up the alien. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't have a choice now. It is cool though, and it is. You could sell it on eBay. I saw them on there for $50, so you could probably.
No, you did not.
Bullshit! I'll show you right now. Because it was called Sleaze Stack or something. Sleaze Stack Aliens. I'll show you right now. Sleaze Stack. Let me see.
Oh, good. Tina got her sticker. That's awesome.
Sweet. I've been worried about that all day. I'm just kidding.
Don't be a jerk.
I am not. I'm so glad, Tina. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm looking up this bobblehead.
She said we should sign it so that she can sell it when we're famous.
Oh, God.
I don't know if that day will ever come, Wolfie.
That shit's never going to come, man.
It's probably worth more not signed by us. It's definitely worth more not signed by us.
I mean, yeah. I was thinking that today, like on this live stream, maybe these ones just for y'all, we can all do like a hiatus and try to think of ways to, get more listeners. Because Jen is struggling, man. She is struggling. Holy shit. No, I shouldn't say that, but I mean.
You mean financially? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to I'm not talking bad, but she's a master degree counselor.
The field of education is not very lucrative financially, unfortunately. No. So it's hard.
Yeah, and I kind of feel responsible. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like I should have, won at this.
I mean, we're doing the best we can.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway.
All right, check this out. This is the bobblehead. I think. Yeah. All right, check it out, Wolfie. But these are all in the packages.
Oh,
but that's the same one. So I think this is the one you got. But that's in a package, obviously. So, but I did see some out of the package, I thought. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, there's only Anyway. Damn, look at this one. Imagine if I had that one in the box and I promised it to you. Damn.
Hey, Brandon.
So I'm not going to look up any of the other prices because I don't want to get hurt. But I'm going to send them if you guys want them, and we're going to send Brandon. We got you something sending. We got to do that this week, and I'm pointing at me this week, future John, because I'm actually going to watch this. Sort of. I'm doing the clips again.
Okay.
Did you see the clips I put out?
No.
All right, what is up, everyone? Oh my God.
What are we talking about tonight?
Oh man, so much stuff. So, dear future John, dude, it's funny when I watch the clips. Like I release the YouTube clips. I edit at 3 times the speed, so it's like 300% times or whatever. So you get that chipmunk effect.
We get it. Got it.
Anyway. All right, let's do it. So I wanted to do a story. Have you guys heard of this? This is going to be a short story.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm going to put it out. This is just, I don't know. I just found this article and I was super interested after this.
Okay.
But the story is of a ship that, a ghost ship, if you will. And it's
not the one we covered before on Johnny Llama?
No, not that one.
Okay.
No. It's a different ghost ship. It's called the SS, and I'm going to mess this name up. I know it. The SS Ourang Medan. So like Ourang Medan. So I think it may be orang. I did hear somebody say orang, like orangutan.
I was going to just ask like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. It might be. But have you heard of it? Has anyone heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, tell us about that one ship we done right quick.
Well, the one was the Philadelphia experiments, I believe it was called. And it was was it World War II? And they were trying to experiment with like how to have a ship move from like teleport basically, right? And cross. It's not like it was in the future or in the past, but it was like it was to move locations.
Yeah, I don't know when I think it was like 48, which is actually really crazy. I wish I can remember, but this story actually takes place right around that same time. And it's important because World War II is going on then. So there may have been... Hubble's eating on his bone again.
He just likes to hang out here. Do you want me to get him out?
Yeah, because
Habs.
I mean, if he can eat anything else but that bone.
I'm sorry, buddy. You gotta go.
That's as bad as the yard guys.
Come here, bud. If you want to eat, you gotta eat out here.
Hey, real quick, did anyone like that avatar thing that I sent? I thought it was really cool. You guys could like play avatars. Like they have like basketball and like you can fight each other like on the stream. Like so when you're watching it, you're watching your little character, you know, challenge someone. No? Look, all right, let me show you this. Cuz I put this on Discord, but I don't think I got any love from this, but I was like, dude, I think this is cool. And I don't know if you guys were into this or not, but this thing's called Stream Avatars. And the reason I'm wanted to do this because I was going to do this for you guys. But so while we're recording on YouTube, you can play with little avatars. How cool is that, huh? You know, you got your little guys up here and there's like a battle royale. So and you can create your own, like Shram could be a pineapple if she wanted, you know?
And they play and they like show up on the screen while we're recording?
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
It shows right up on the live stream, you know? I mean, I haven't seen too many people do it, but I was like, man, this is kind of cool. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that is cool.
I didn't get any love for it though. I mean, the thing's only $15. It's like it's a game,
and we pay for it as like the host, right?
Yeah, it's $15.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just,
I wanted to make sure they didn't have to pay for it.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. Shit, that's a good question.
Because like, I definitely as long as if we're the host or whatever, like they can all do it for free.
All right, so check this out right quick. So here's like I wish they would actually play like on a YouTube video and kind of show people what's going on. Oh, so this girl right here, like look at these things down here. Oh shit, what the fuck? You see? So this girl's live streaming and here's everyone down here, right? What do you think? I don't know, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like here's another one. I don't know where the live streamer is, but I don't know, fuck it.
Cool.
Brandon wants you to start playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
fuck that. I ain't playing that.
Why?
You know how like long those games last?
It depends on what they like, what the maker does.
This is not like a video game. Like this is an investment, and I don't know. And I don't want to get everyone killed. All right. Anyway, let's get on with this.
Okay, so ghost ship. Sorry. Yes.
All right. So tonight, sorry guys, it takes me a while. Tonight we're going to 1948. Either February or March, one of those dates. Like, no one can exactly pin this down. The only real date that I found was in newspapers, like in the newspaper archives, and that came from, let's see, shit. fuck. Hold on. That came from 1948 in March 2nd. So that's what we know so far. Like that's when the story takes place. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry. It takes me a while to get going. Shit.
You can chug a little bit of that beer I gave you.
Yeah. All right. So in 1948, around this area, this isn't the. Is this the Bermuda Triangle location?
No.
Okay. But around this area in 1948, we have an SOS signal come in. And the signal, you know how SOS works, right? The do 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 do. Well, actually, S is do 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 do.
That's just S?
No,
that's a long S.
SOS. Do 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 do. S is do do do, and O is do do do. So do 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 is SOS. Never mind. Fuck it.
I'm glad I just got you to do that for a really long time.
All right. So 400 miles southeast of the Marshall Islands in the Pacific Ocean. This was a Thursday, bright and early in the morning. This was sunrise, and SOS comes in from a Dutch freighter ship. Now, this is a big boy. It's a big cargo ship. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. I'm just laughing that the ship was a big boy. I don't know. It's funny.
The SOS, and we're going to go over the SOS message because this is crazy. But the SOS that came from the ship, the first word was urgently. Okay. Now, I did see in one report that this ship asked for some sort of warship to help it. Now, this is right after the war, right? 1948?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, help from what? Everyone's quiet. The next SOS that came in said that the ship's officers and entire crew were, quote, dead on the deck with no visible wounds. So, no. I didn't send you anything.
Do you need to?
No, I think we're just going to read kind of the report here. All right. An SOS comes in, and a couple ships received this SOS, and that's how they triangulate the location. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know where this is. I'm not familiar. I mean, here's the photo of where it's at. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we've never even been close to any of these places.
Nope.
But an SOS symbol, damn it, sorry, it's taking me a while to get freaking going.
You still haven't opened your beer.
I know, dude.
I mean, I'm just trying to help you out. I guess the closest place I've been to that part of the world would be Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii once. Hawaii. Remember we've talked about my grandmother would pronounce it that way.
All right, this is gonna be kind of weird, but I'm gonna send you these messages through the live chat.
Okay.
Oh fuck! It won't let me send that many.
Too big.
God damn it. But never mind. Well, let me email you then.
Okay.
No, fuck it. Just read it here.
Okay.
All right. So it's this one right here.
From the San Francisco Examiner, October 1948. On this late May morning of 1947, a vessel shows for a short minute in silhouette against the fireball leaping from the flat of this Malay peninsula across the strait. She is the only vessel in sight. Study her carefully because this story is about her. Study her objectively, but do not get too close.
So that's from 1948. They're trying to figure out what happened on this ship. This cargo ship was 5,000 tons, 40 years old. Now, this is a freighter. This is a big, big thing. And it is an old ship for its time. 40 is pretty old for a ship,
is
apparently.
It?
Well, yeah. So it was made in, 1940
Well,
1908.
I guess too, like the leaps and bounds between the like in that era between when the ship was built in the 40s, like that's a lot of technological advancement. So I guess that you can see that.
I'm trying to find out what a freighter ship from this time period looks like. So, here we go. So this is what it would look like right here. This is good to know. So that's about what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's a big ship.
Yeah, so that ship sends a SOS. Now this is the ship actually. Hold on, I gotta wait for my dog. The ship is older. 40 years old, so it's had its run, as they would say, and this ship is unlike the others because it is Ourang Medan. That means the man of Medan, like the Medan Strait or whatever.
Okay,
but a ship is always named after a female, and quote, like a woman who lives by her wits, she has used in her lifetime now nearly run a dozen different names. And so everyone said that was bad luck to begin with.
Interesting. I mean, most naval ships, though, are not named after females. Or is that just a carrier thing?
I don't know.
Like the USS Ronald Reagan or, you know.
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, so from the same paper, she is grimy and salt-scalded. She is deep with cargo of God knows what and bound for God knows where. She will make a course across the Java Sea through thin-lipped... I'm sorry, it's taking me so long to get going. All right, fuck it. Let's just get on to the death shit. Fuck it.
Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah.
And talk about who died.
All right, I'm kind of... An SOS comes in from the Ourang Medan, and the signal is triangulated between three different ships. One ship actually goes to make contact, and it's 50 miles away at this point. This is called the Silver Star.
Okay.
Now, when the Silver Star pulls up to the ship, they notice a few things. Number one, the ship is just letting the breeze take it. It's really quiet on board. There's no engine pumping. There's no men talking. How did he get the bone again? You just can't. Just get him out. Just lock the door. What the fuck? This is.
Sorry, but I
I was like in my groove too. Son of a bitch.
Come on, Buck.
Just put it on there or something. Just don't. He'll bring it right back in. Sorry, the dog the dog will chew that bone the whole time.
He likes to have a snack while we're recording.
Mm-hmm. So this ship, the Silver Star, shows up, and they reported that their SOS message that they received from shortwave radio was the following. Quote, "We are floating. Second officer dead on bridge. Captain and chief engineer dead in chart room. Probably the whole crew dead. Partly," and then it ends. There's some gibberish which they cannot decipher at all. And the last words that came in from this radio message was, quote, "I die," end quote.
What?
Now, when the Silver Star vessel approaches this ship, the Ourang Medan, they see no life on board. Completely quiet, is eerie. It is just floating, getting pushed this way and that. There's the engine's not on. There's no even like birds landing on the ship, which is kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they also noticed that this ship was flying no flag, which is not a good sign. You always want to fly the flag. And a lot of times, like if the flag's ripped down, it might be a pirate.
Okay.
A pirate may have boarded or something.
Got it.
Yeah. So the Silver Star, they're looking at the ship, and they have the siren on their ship that's real loud. It's like, it's to alert that ship so someone can get on the radio, or the captain can come out and, whatever, talk to them, do something to know that they're still on board, still alive. Nobody came out at all. So now they're getting really worried. So the captain, and his name is Captain, his name is Captain, one second, I want to know this guy's name. What was this guy's name? Damn it.
When you were talking about the flag earlier, it reminded me how to think of the movie, the scene in Lord of War, where they were like at the last minute, changing the flag and the country and all that stuff to evade.
I will give you $100 if you can tell me either what they changed it to or what they changed it from.
I believe the change to was Holland.
I don't think so. What was it changed from? I thought it was something like Marie or something. Maybe you're right. I don't know. All right. Now we're going to be reading a little bit. We're going to be reading from the report. This story is weird, and I'll tell you why. Because this story is so widely reported, and yet a lot of people think it's a complete hoax. However, I'm going to show you that
it's a big thing for it to be a hoax. I
know, exactly. Which a lot of people think that the people that think that were influenced by a top secret, they want you to think it's a hoax, kind of like the Philadelphia experiment. As you'll see why. Because what was on board the ship. Yeah, this was right after the war, so they were probably transferring stuff. And I will say the reason they think that is because there's no official record of the ship being owned at all.
Owned? Like no country owned it?
No country owned it.
Well, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And the ship was apparently already decommissioned and torn down, yet it's still on the water. But
people were found recently deceased on board.
Yeah. So we're going to read this. This is from an old paper. But I want to say there's two different narratives of this story. And this is what confused me about the story, because I was seeing these different facts about this, that, and the other. There's two different narratives here that you got to keep in mind.
Okay.
One is the narrative of the boarding party that went aboard the Ourang Medan. That is the captain, which I'm going to find out his name in a minute. The captain and his 4 best crew members. Their perspective and what they told the Naval Commission board when they filed their report, which you're about to see right here. All right. And that captain, his name is Captain Konstantin Davakis. So we're going to read what he said right here about what they saw. The second narrative, which is also going to become important, but also muddies everything, is when the Silver Star arrived, they noticed all the lifeboats were there, -1.
Oh.
That one lifeboat was used by a crew member who, from his own words, because he said that he was aboard the ship, if we believe him or not, and he escaped, disobeying a direct order to stay on the ship.
Ooh.
and die with the ship.
Well, what does he have to say?
That's what I'm saying. He has the other narrative of the story. There's 2 separate narratives here. And which makes it all the more interesting.
Yes.
Now, let's just get into what was found on the ship.
Okay.
Now, this is from the inquiry from the commission board of this, that
like that area or whatever.
Yeah. So like when these nautical things happen, they have to report to this board and submit like a report. And even on the St. Flannan Isles Lightkeepers, there was the same report.
Okay.
But anyway, Constantine Davicus, he sends his 4 men and himself. They get in a little boat and they go over there. They're called the Life Party. They're going to search the boat and see what is going on. Where is all the crew members? Is everyone dead? Did a pirate ship come and kill everyone? They're not seeing anything from their ship, so they need a closer look. So they go and they board this big ship, right? Now, when we went into the chart room, which was that first little room that they would go in if they're approaching the ship right in front, because the chart room is right by where the captain's lair is, where the captain's den is, with the wheel, right? You have the big steering wheel, the wooden wheel. You have the chart room right behind that, and then under that would be where the captain sleeps, right by there. So if there's a problem, he can just jump up.
Right.
So that's the first room they went into. Quote, when we went into the chart room, adjoining the bride, we found 5 officers sitting around the table. They were all dead. Now,
sitting around the table. So how the heck did they die?
Well, hold on. I'm going to show you. I want to show you just for validity's sake. This is the Grimsby Evening Telegraph that we're reading from now. But this report actually is available online, standalone by itself. They're just pulling it straight from this report. But as you see here, we found 5 officers sitting around the table. They were dead. What he says next is, quote, they seem to have died within seconds of each other.
What?
Here, actually, why don't you read...
Did they poison themselves, I wonder?
You read that.
They seem to have died within seconds of each other, their eyes rolling in horror, and their bodies were locked in rigor mortis. One man had tried to leave his seat, but apparently had been struck down before he was able to do so.
So, there's a couple things here that we need to just get off the bat. You have 5 officers around the table in the chart room. It's like they were charting their course. They were having a meeting, whatever. They were all still sitting there, like nothing happened. They were all dead. There is no blood. There is no signs of struggle. They're just all dead. Not only dead, but they're frozen in rigor mortis. So when rigor mortis happens, that's when your body seizes up, your muscles seize up. So they have, and it's like they're frozen in time. And I'm going to show you the coroner who wrote in this report, and this is what he says. Quote, he says, quote, I formed the opinion that they died of natural causes in the absence of any evidence to the contrary. None had wounds or injuries. They had simply all died at the same time.
How is that even fucking possible?
Just, that's what the
I
story's
know.
crazy. The story's
I know.
nuts.
I
The
know.
story is nuts. Right?
I am trying to think of how that could be possible. So what would look like a natural cause death? Was it like maybe a poisonous gas or something? I wonder.
So not only are they frozen in rigor mortis, but rigor mortis has set in, and that usually takes hours. I mean, that usually takes 24 hours.
How long was it since they had died before someone had gotten there?
Literally 2 hours.
Oh.
Or even less. Remember, that ship was only 50 nautical miles away from the Silver Star. They got that message on shortwave radio. That they got that message on shortwave radio. Immediately, the Silver Star responded 50 nautical miles. I don't know how long that takes, but it sure as hell does not take 2 days.
No.
I would guess a couple hours. That being said, why is their bodies in rigor mortis? Their hands are like up on the table, like some in different positions. Like they just suddenly just froze and died, like froze completely. Okay. This is what the report says. So if you want to say that a captain and 4 of his best men made this up, then I don't know. A lot of people, for some reason, want to think that. Well,
it's really just one guy that escaped and disobeyed the orders that we have to go by.
No, you don't. You had this captain.
Oh.
That the boarding crew.
That's right.
Yeah. In the crew's quarters, there were 10 dead men, some sitting at the mess table. The cook was dead in his galley. There was no sign of violence and no presence of poisonous fumes or fire which could have been responsible for the deaths.
All right, that takes my poisonous gas theory out.
The poisonous gas theory, this is where the second narrative comes in for the survivor.
Okay.
Because that survivor would say, now he didn't say his name. We don't have his name. And that's for a very specific reason. Because that survivor was a part of a ship carrying an illegal cargo of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now that survivor would later say that this illegal load of sulfuric acid was accidentally somehow mixed with another unknown chemical that was also on the ship. So he said that there was these 2 large vats by each other.
Are you thinking about the Rick and Morty episode?
there were these 2. He said there was these 2 large vats beside each other, and somehow they got mixed. Now, when they mixed, the poisonous gas fumigated the whole ship, killed everyone instantly, but he survived.
How would that be possible? And with enough time, too, to escape on a lifeboat.
Exactly. Now, that is a plausible theory. The illegal cargo of gas, it is a plausible theory that the ship could have been carrying some kind of illegal load of a chemical. Because if you remember, we did the Unit 731 case. Japan at that time, right before Jesus Christ! Oh my God, these dogs.
Might be Amazon for their second delivery of the day. Sorry, guys.
Right before the war ended, Japan and Unit 731, the reason they had Unit 731 is because they were planning a biological attack on America. And in fact, a lot of that, the reports that came from the spies of that time said that they were actually planning on launching an attack. If we never bombed them, then they would have launched an attack in America with flies or mosquitoes. They would biologically dump them all out and whatever they came up with, So it is very possible that a ship could have been carrying this illegal substance of some sort.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it could have been bound for America. America's bringing it back. Maybe we were going to do something with it. Who knows? But that is also why the story may be muddied, where, it could have been proven as a hoax or whatever to keep people off the real story.
Yeah.
All right. But he says that those 2 chemicals were mixed. Everyone stayed on board. The captain gave a direct order, no one to leave, and he jumped ship literally, and he survived. He never gave his name though. So if that is the story, that's, his side of it. However, the the chemical experts of the time that weighed in on this said if that would have happened, there would have been signs of this chemical mixture. There would have been fumes in the air. There would have been something. It would have hurt the boarding party. The walls would have been burnt a little bit. It would have been something that they would have seen or smelled or something that would tell them that this happened. Plus, they went through the whole ship and they didn't find anything, any vats of any substance whatsoever. There was nothing.
How would that have just disappeared, right?
Exactly.
Great point. Okay.
So, all right. In the radio room, we found the operator dead at his transmitter. So the SOS guy, his actual finger was still on the button. All right, this is weird too, because the last words he wrote was, quote, "I die," and his finger is still on the transmitter. From what this captain's saying.
Yeah, that is freaky deaky.
Yeah. The set was still switched on and operational, and we were able to contact the Andressa and report what we had found. In the engine room, we found that both main engines and several auxiliary power units had all been switched off. The 3 engineers were all dead. The captain was in his cabin sitting at a desk with the ship's log open in front of him and a pen in his hand. But the last entry was of a routine nature concerning position, speed, weather, and state of fuel. There was absolutely nothing to explain why every human being on the vessel was dead, including the dog. The captain's dog was a terrier, was dead too. An elderly fox terrier lay on the carpet, its legs in the air, teeth barred in a silent snarl, ready to attack whatever it was to kill it, but it didn't have time. Now, going back to the table, the round table in the charting room.
Yep.
Like, he's saying that these officers were all frozen in a position. Some of the officers, and they all had this sheer expression of horror and shock that they were looking at, quote, horrible characters. And it looked like they were defending themselves, but they didn't have time. It was just like they saw something and all of a sudden, like, they try to defend themselves, or maybe even, try to attack. Like the dog is snarling. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's just dead, frozen. And they're frozen like that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Because the poisonous gas thing, like I was thinking before, like, it's not like you would probably see or smell something coming to be in a defense mode.
That's what I'm saying. Well, the physician that weighed in on that, Dr. Paul Monroe, who later compiled a report in which he examined 6 of the dead men, and he found that no signs of poisoning, asphyxiation, or disease. I did not have the facilities to make more detailed tests. He was with the boarding party, I believe, because of what I'm going to tell you. I did not have the facilities to make more detailed tests, but with the evidence available, I formed the opinion that they died of natural causes in the absence of any evidence to the contrary. None had wounds or injuries. All right, so that's what we're working with there. Okay. So that's kind of crazy.
Ain't nothing natural about how they died, but okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, a couple little things of speculation here. Oh, well, tell me your thoughts. Like, what do you think?
This does remind me a lot of the Lighthouse story, and I don't know. Like, so I do think a couple of things at least add up to something strange, which would be. Hang on, let me adjust my chair. Which would be like the fact that like there was no name or country of origin on the ship. And it makes sense that if that's the case, it's because they were smuggling or doing something off the record. Like the ship didn't really exist in those terms, right? So to me, it sounds like something was happening either illegally or off the record.
But you
if
think
there was some government involvement in something.
Do you think that the ship? Do you think the story's real? As far as like, do you think there's a real story that there was a ship?
I mean, so far, I'm not hearing a reason that would tell me otherwise. Like, if there was a, the Morse code is real, the signal was real, the person that did the autopsy, or the came on board to like talk about the natural causes, like those people were real people, right?
All right, so check this website out. This is an interesting one right here. CIA.gov, approved for release. What'd you hit the mic for?
I was lifting my hand to be like, see, this is, how would that not be real?
On May 29th, 1958. So this is from redacted, but this is from the CIA room. This was declassified in 2003. And he talks about the Dutch vessel Ourang Medan. I will be indeed grateful for your opinion. Also, do you think, quote, something from the unknown is involved? Something from the unknown. Isn't that crazy? So this is it. All officers, including Captain Dead, lying in chart room. This is from the CIA here.
Interesting.
And the writer of this asked if there was something unknown. Now, that reminds me a lot of the Bermuda Triangle. And in fact, he actually references some of those disappearances as well in this. He says, quote, this is from the CIA paper, I feel sure that the SS Ourang Medan tragedy holds the answer to many of these airplane accidents and unsolved mysteries of the sea. Also, I have often thought about the many sightings of huge fiery spheres rising from the sea or disappearing into the sea by ships, captains, and crews in the 18th and 19th centuries.
I think the difference, though, between this and like the missing planes or boats from the Bermuda Triangle is that they're missing, weren't found. This was a found boat with real dead people,
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
All right. The doctor's doing his thing. The doctor's on ship. He's examining some of the bodies. The ship is combed pretty thoroughly. And how this works is they have to rescue this ship, and basically they're going to tow it.
Okay.
So this is hours go by. And they comb this ship, everything. They look through everything. And they just kind of leave the bodies that are there with the looks of horror on their face. And they hook up this tow cable to the other ship. Now, as soon as they did that, they see some smoke coming from the ship. Now, it's actually coming from cargo room 4. They were in there. There was nothing to call smoke in there. But all of a sudden, a inferno breaks out on the ship, according to this captain. And it's set here. I got a quote from what he says. It says, let me see. He says, well, number one, he says, one officer, let's see. He says that this captain says that smoke was coming from hatch number 4. The boarding crew ran over to their own ship, the Silver Star, barely escaping, quote, scrambling down ropes only a few yards away before a huge explosion on the ship. In one report, it says that the explosion was so powerful that it actually lifted the ship out of water.
What?
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
It lifted the ship out of water and then sank it right
But they
there.
didn't see anything in that cargo room where the smoke was coming from before.
Nothing. There was nothing there. There was no substances there. And they were there for hours. This is a weird true story.
This is a very weird true story. But what about like things that are like colorless and odorless? like methane, right?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, but
that would have gone up and blown up. There probably would have been any sparks.
Well, they saw the smoke coming.
Brandon finally now just goes, "Oh, I do know this one."
Oh my God.
Don't ruin it for me, Brandon, but
I mean, it's crazy.
I am so the ship explodes. Does the ship that's towing it also explode in the process?
No, the Silver Star, that's what I'm saying. They, quote, scrambled down ropes only a few yards away before it exploded. The blast was so powerful that it lifted this Dutch freighter, the Ourang Medan, out of the water, like up, like no longer touching the water. That's how powerful this thing was, from what they're saying. And then it obviously just right down to the deep below.
So do you think that was purposefully scuttled? Like,
no, they literally almost died on the ship. They didn't do it. They were going to tow it back. They had the tow thing hooked up.
I know, but do you think someone who was towing it and part of like the rescue mission was like, "Oh, I'm gonna rig it so it blows up and nobody
rig it with
will know."
What? They would have to see him. He has to put explosives on his rescue boat.
Yeah,
which is just a raft. That's what I'm saying. Now, another weird thing is the ship was actually never found either.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? The ship was never found.
The rubbish was never found
from the explosion.
However, we have 3 different ships that had heard that shortwave radio, and if you look at, if you think that these men just made this up, then I mean, I don't see the validity of that. You'd have a captain, a doctor, and 3 other of his best crew, Plus you had the guy that escaped, which was unnamed. 36 hours before the SOS started, a radio message came in. It was a request to replace a refrigerator because the crew was complaining of drinking warm beer. That's to show you how, how all of a sudden this was. That was the last message, and then all of a sudden it's like, urgently, and the last message is "I die," which doesn't make any sense. Who would write "I die"? Like, no one writes that. You're not dying and getting killed and then say "I'm dying." Crazy shit.
I'm so perplexed.
This is the story. I don't know.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm perplexed. And why would somebody even say, even on the radio, about the beer in the refrigerator? Like, is that really something that's worthy of calling out on the radio?
No. So they were coming into port, and the reason they called, so they called in advance. The captain called in to the land. To land and said, "Hey, we're coming in. Can you send a refrigerator repair guy or give us another one or whatever? Because, we don't have any cold beer."
Got it.
So they were hoping to, when they were docked, to get that replaced or something. That's why. So when the commission went back and looked at all these reports, that's what they saw. And then all of a sudden it's like, everyone's dead, frozen in rigor mortis, which rigor mortis doesn't come in,
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just trying to gather all the things.
Well, that is pretty much all the things. No one knows why.
Well, why do people think it's a hoax? Because, after the explosion, you couldn't prove it happened? And people started questioning the sources?
I don't know why people think it's a hoax. I have no idea. But a lot of people do.
Well, what was the perspective of the unnamed guy?
I told you. He said that he escaped when the crew mixed two chemicals, one sulfuric acid and the other one an unknown substance, which is plausible because at the time biological warfare was a thing. So whatever country, could have done that. This is one of the papers here is
Mystery SOS.
Explosions defeated boarding party. You know.
Brandon goes, "Are you ready for the theory?"
Yeah. Do you have a theory?
What is your theory?
Well, there's a couple theories. Number one, if it's not a hoax, I would say poisonous gas. No, I would not say that.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what I think. I think aliens, man. I'm just going to be honest, dude. I mean, dude.
You do? Brandon said there are two main theories. Brandon, you want to tell us which theories?
One of them's aliens. The other one's a hoax. I haven't seen any other theories.
I don't know. Hang on, he's gonna fill us in on what he knows the theories to be. Maybe they're one and the same. I mean, the positioning of the bodies is definitely perplexing. The random explosion.
Mm-hmm.
The SOS call, but the fact that there were then survivors, like how?
No. There were no survivors. Out of 23 men and a dog, everyone was dead.
Well, one guy managed to escape on the boat.
If we believe that, we don't even know the guy's name.
But how?
And he basically sold the story. So these things came out at the same time. You have this one guy who survived, who sold this story to this other guy who sold it to this newspaper. They put it out, boom.
So you don't think the sources are reliable?
Well, there was one lifeboat missing, and he didn't have that information. These things came out at the same time. The report from the boarding party and the news story of the survivor. So, I mean...
Well, Brandon says radio calls pretending to be the dead crew. What do you mean? Who would do that, Brandon?
What the fuck? Where did you see that at? That's interesting.
Who would do that? I feel like that's like yelling fire in a movie theater. Like, you don't just pretend to be a dead crew over a boat radio wave, you know?
I didn't see that. Might have to look that one up.
Oh, I didn't get the first message.
Huh?
I think Brandon may be typing a lot. I don't know. Oh, he'll retype it.
So I don't know. That's the thing. The ship was never found, from what I'm seeing. A lot of people say the ship never existed. So it's Lloyd's Register of London. That's who registers all the ships.
Mm-hmm.
And it was never registered as a ship. But that could have been just like the Philadelphia experiment, where it could have been a top secret thing, you know?
Okay, here was Brandon's message. One theory was a major world power was testing new methods of war. Got it. Okay, so that would be like they were doing something with the acids. And then two, aliens. Which is your theory.
Yeah. I mean, if we believe the captain and the boarding party, every dead crew member on there was in a state of shock.
Yeah.
Frozen as if their eyes saw something. I mean, the way they described it was horrible characters.
Which a method of war, like, could do something like that. But I'm trying to think of...
But how did the radio operator
get something
survive
out
and even
get anything out in the message?
And the bodies, from what the doctor was saying, were in a state of rigor mortis, advanced
in 2 hours, yeah.
Advanced state of rigor mortis. You know, they were frozen as if they were. Like they had died suddenly and frozen in place.
That's where theory 3 came in. Radio calls that were pretending to be the dead crew.
But who would be calling?
Yeah.
Who would be... I
don't know.
So I don't know.
That's really interesting. So you think it's aliens? Is that your personal theory?
Hmm.
That was theory 3, Brandon, the radio calls?
All right, here's this is from the Elsevier's Weekly. In Holland, in Africa, in London, and in Indonesia, an investigation has been made, and the results are at hand. London reports some quarters in Holland and in the far eastern waters consider it best to let the whole matter drop and would like it to be considered an exaggerated or even untrue story. But our research indicates this tragedy did happen. That's what Lloyd says, the Lloyds of London. It's a huge paper.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a big thing.
For the and then they say, quote, for the moment, it has us sunk as well.
So Brandon said theory 3 was the rescue crew pirated and killed the crew and sent a fake radio call and then fake SOS to cover it up. But rigor mortis doesn't lie. Interesting.
But how did they kill the crew? There was no signs of violence. There was
Good point.
There was no bruising. There was no blood. And to kill 21 people and a dog that's snarling at you.
Yeah, what would that, I can't even comprehend what method they would have used to do that.
I mean, biological, it's
the new method, as Brandon says.
Well, that's scary because this was in 1948, so. I don't know. And that's all you're going to get on that one. There's so much speculation about this one, it's not even funny.
Brandon said there's lots of secrets in this world we won't ever know. So
I just kind of want to do that one. I know it's short, but, kind of get us off murder for a while.
The new method, I wonder. Maybe there are, you know what? There probably are a lot of methods of, mass destruction that we have not a dang clue about what those are.
Oh, yeah. Like those weather balloons. No, I mean, even if it... All right, so I believe more of, something in the sea. Like, scientists claim that we come from the sea, yet that the sea is the biggest mystery. And we have all these ships and planes that go, and we can never find them. Even with all our radio and X-ray technology and stuff, we can never find them.
Brandon says Cthulhu.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to,
Did you show them what your newest present was?
No, but yeah, I thought of that too. Like maybe some big sea monster,
Interesting.
So.
Interesting.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, we know more about space than our own oceans. That's exactly right, Brandon.
Yeah. Well, we can see all of space.
Yeah, you can't. The pressure is way too great to get down there in the ocean. Mm-hmm. Or that far.
Yeah, but that's weird though, because there's biological life that lives down there.
Mm-hmm.
So how do they adapt to that pressure? Like there's different life forms that live down there.
Yeah. We cannot even begin to comprehend how.
So
it's a conundrum, Tina says. Wolfie says, you mean Daddy? On the Cthulhu.
Oh my God, y'all are still here.
They are.
They seem to have died within seconds of each other, their eyes rolling in horror, and their bodies were locked in rigor mortis. One man had tried to leave his seat, but had apparently been struck down before he was able to do so. So he's like, ah! I mean, they're literally frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's like a freeze ray.
You know what it reminds me of?
Duke Nukem Freeze Ray?
No, it reminds me of the forest, that game, The Forest we just played when they went into that cafeteria and everyone's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's dead, just sitting there. Yeah, crazy, man. That's a crazy story. I don't know, Brandon. What you think, man? You trying to play some D&D? Did y'all start something up or what?
Brandon wanted to set up a game for us, and he said he would make it a short one so that we could all play.
How do you make it a short one?
You have to create the game. Like someone has to create it, I would do it. I have never played before, so I would.
Well, all right, if she would, I won't, but I'll be.
What do you mean you won't
because
play?
I don't
know anything about it either. How would we play? Like what? Like, do we need to play on a Zoom call one day, or how do we need to do this? Or I guess we could do a Discord call.
Also, Brienne plays. She's a dungeon master.
Yeah, we definitely need to have Brienne play with us.
Or
if we do, I would definitely do it. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, so I would definitely play with y'all.
Yeah, it's not that I don't want to. It's just, dude, I'm not gonna be good at it, and I don't want to get
that's okay.
Everyone killed.
No, it's just you that you're gonna die. You can kill yourself.
Oh, you can't partner up with people? No,
I think you're on your own. I mean, I think you can build alliances and stuff. I don't know. Yeah. But it's just, he said he can make Brandon says, John, you will be the best player.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but yeah.
Can you get to pick your character? Can I be a thief?
You can be whatever you want to be. You create your own persona.
How do you know this?
All I know about Dungeons and Dragons is from Stranger Things. Yes, that is correct. So, he said, I can help y'all make characters and they will just be you. Like,
what do you mean make characters? Like draw out characters? Oh.
No, like you create your persona. Like if you want to be a thief, you can be a thief, but you can be a little bit more descriptive in that. And if I want to be a fairy princess, I can be a fairy princess or whatever.
You can be a fairy fucking princess.
Why not?
Because we're like digging in caves and shit, and you're just gonna.
Why not? I can be whatever I want to be. Brandon goes, do you want to voice chat me tonight? Let's pick a day, evening.
Do you have to be human?
No.
You'll
be a goblin?
I'm asking Brandon. Do you have to be human, or can you be something like a goblin or a dragon?
I have to wait for him to reply. Yeah, we just need to pick an evening. Anything, he said.
Babe, it's not an evening. Some of these games last for years.
He said he's going to make a short game.
Yeah, but a short game is not going to be 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I know you're going to get on here and think it's going to be 20 minutes and then be like...
I mean, it can be an hour. That's fine.
Baby, these games don't last an hour. They last...
Oh my gosh. They are getting annoyed at you. You do not understand. So Brandon would be the creator of the game, so he can make it as long or short or complicated or not complicated as he wants to make it.
I'm confused. What do you mean create the game?
I don't never mind.
Create what game? This is a board game, right?
No. I mean, there's dice involved, I believe.
Well, how are we going to do that online?
He says it's all in your head. You have to use your imagination.
I don't have one.
All right. We'll have to figure... John will explain it on Discord a little bit more, Brandon.
I don't explain it.
Brandon needs to explain a little bit more to you of how this would work.
I need to watch a video or something.
Yeah. And we'll play. We'll pick a night, like maybe a Friday night or a Thursday night or something like that. Maybe not this week, but maybe next week, Thursday, Friday, something like that.
Well, there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
All right. Well, I know that was short, but
no, it was fun.
You know, I didn't really go all balls out, but
I'm sure everyone on video appreciates that.
Oh shit.
All right.
Let's go play Uncharted.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, my computer died.
Brandon said, don't die unexpectedly on the ocean. We'll try.
Nice. All right. Well, I hope you guys like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll put that out. Maybe I won't.
At least y'all had fun.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm still looking for stories this week. I kind of want to do a story. I can't tell you what I'm going to do. I am looking for a short story too, but I have a main story that I'm doing, which I'm thinking, would y'all guys want to hear a gangster story?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes, I would.
So I got this little guy right here.
All right.
All right. Well, that's all I have. So.
All right.
All right. Until next time. Good night, you lovely, lovely people.
It was fun.
Hold on. I gotta make this sound.